Hey everybody, what's up? You're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have the Potensic Atom SE. This is a little camera drone that might look similar to another camera drone you've flown, but we're not going to do a comparison today. We're just going to look at the Potensic SE on its own merits, so stay tuned and we'll check it out. So just real quick, we're going to open up the box and we're going to see what's inside, how it's built, what it looks like, what it comes with, etc. So let's do that. So that's what you get in the box. You get a nice little bag with a shoulder strap. You get the drone itself, which, what does this drone look like? Looks an awful like another drone we know and love. You get 2 batteries. This, I believe, is a Fly More kit. You get a variety of cables for different phones, lightning connector and USB-C connectors, and even a micro USB connector to USB-C. You get 4 spare props, you get the remote control, and you get kind of an instruction booklet here. Maybe this is a quick start guide and warnings. Turn on the remote, and the sticks are removable, hidden down in the body of it. And so we'll put these guys on real quick. And then I guess, yeah, this is one of those remotes that kind of slides open like that. I'm gonna need the lightning cable, so I will put the bottom of the bottom plug in right here. Yeah, I'm guessing it kind of goes like that. If you can see kind of how that's, I folded it in there. And then I'll put the phone right there. We'll see if it, yeah, and when you have it like that, okay, so you have to probably put this end in first. Yeah, not the best design for the phone, although once it's in there, it's in pretty good shape. So let me go ahead and take off, down and in to start up the props with the sticks. It looks like if you just leave it idling for a second or two, it turns itself off, which is actually, I guess, could be good or could be bad depending on what you're trying to do. And so we'll go ahead and, you know what? Before I do this, I'm going to put it away from the microphone because it might auto take off and try to auto take off into the mic. So let's try it over here. Okay, yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. So now, I'll bring it over here so you can get a sense of how loud it is. It's kind of drifting up, it's drifting upward.
Doesn't like the table, right? It saw the table?
Yeah. It's very difficult to get it to hover right here. That's the problem I'm having. But you know, the durability test so far has been pretty good. There's definitely not any sort of a gimbal. This camera does have a tilt with a wheel, and listen to it. It's a very squeaky tilt. But it is a tilt nonetheless that you can do with the remote. But yeah, that's not a gimbal. That is definitely just using electronic stabilization. Unfortunately, I don't have a fast enough card in it right now to record video, so I can't tell if the electronic stabilization is doing any good. So we're gonna get a faster card to put in it, take it out to a big open field, charge all the batteries, and then see how it does out there.
All right, taking off. Wow, when you yaw, it does not hold its position. Yeah, like it's going all over the place.
Kind of goes all over when it's...
Whoa, that's...
Yeah, look at that. It's like a big...
Oh, goodness.
I think it's called the toilet bowl.
All right, I'm gonna come in for a landing. Whoa. Yeah, this tilt wheel is way sensitive. It doesn't seem as if I can do any kind of subtle movements with it.
So your thoughts, just what does it feel like?
It feels like it should, honestly, it should cost less than $250.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Like if it was an $80 drone, it might be pretty decent, but for $250 it's a little...
Yeah, I think it's a little overpriced for the features and the experience.
We'll also have to see what the footage looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it'll surprise us. And now I'm gonna go up a little bit, and I'm gonna hit return to home. And maybe that's the thing you have to hold down. There we go. Drone is returning, it says. All right, so it went up to 164 feet, and now it's coming down. And we're gonna see how close it gets. Hopefully it doesn't land on the roof here. That'd be the only bad situation. Or on Skip's head or Barbara or anything like that. But if it avoids people and avoids the roof, then we're in good shape. And actually it's looking pretty good. Hey, not bad. Okay, so it's been a little while since we've flown this, but since then there has been a firmware update, and I did the firmware update yesterday. It updated the flight controller, the camera, what else? The battery, and I want to say one other thing. I don't remember what it was, but it was a pretty extensive firmware update. And from what I understand, it's supposed to make the stabilization a little bit better in the electronic image stabilization from the camera, as well as a little bit better flight, and fixed a few bugs. Because the electronic image stabilization was not great before, but let's see if it does a little better now. Fire it up, take off. Let's just see first of all if it hovers any better. So we had a little bit of toilet bowling last time and drifting when we first took off. And currently it has 16 satellites. And it is kind of windy today, although it's not too windy down here. We're behind a building, so it's drifting, I'd say, probably about 10 to 18 inches back and forth. Let's see if I were to yaw it. That yaw rate is pretty slow, but it's yawing pretty smoothly. But still drifting back and forth, left to right. With 16 satellites, it seems like it should be locked in more than that. All right, I'm gonna take it up above the building, so we're gonna be out from the protection of the wind, so the wind will be hitting it, and try to hover it up there for a second. And actually, that's pretty smooth looking on the screen, considering how windy it is. All right, and now I'm gonna take it up and go towards our favorite subject, the water tower. Oh yeah, and boy, you can really see it now fighting the wind. Once again, the horizon is way off kilter, and again, I think that's because of it leaning into the wind, and there's no gimbal to correct for that. And we'll go ahead and go towards the water tower. And now we'll try to do sort of an orbit around the water tower. Wow, it's like It is so far off kilter. You can't really do a reliable orbit. Again, in fairness, it is windy, but I know a lot of drones that could handle this a lot better than this one is handling it. And I've lost signal. Frozen screen. Fortunately, I have line of sight on it, so I'll bring it back. Yeah, it's returning automatically. So I think I lost signal because I was behind that tower. I don't think it could penetrate that water tower. So I should be able to actually cancel the return to home. I just canceled it, and I'm still recording, and just kind of like, I'll do a 360 yaw. Yeah, that's not pretty. It's just shaky as can be. All right, bringing it back down. Okay, I want to go take a look at the footage, but I have a feeling that it's not very good because it is just rocking all over the place, trying to fight the wind and the electronic stabilization. Unless it's just showing me a live view and the footage actually gets captured with EIS, which would be a different story. But if that's not the case, then this footage is almost unusable. Let's go take a look. Oh, goodness. Yeah, how do you deal with footage like that? I mean, what do you even do with footage like that? It's a good thing my return to home was set above that tower, because there's no obstacle avoidance. It's not only crooked, it's just like random little shakes here and there, and very like a kind of overall shake to it. Like overall small shakes, and then every so often a big shake. So after putting about 10 batteries through this thing, I can't recommend buying it. It's just not quite there yet in terms of image stabilization. I think at some point, electronic image stabilization may take over for gimbals, but right now having a gimbal like a DJI Mini really beats this in terms of how stable that footage looks and how usable that footage would be. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Potensic Atom. Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Ready, Set, Drone.